Hello, I'm Dr. Maurie Markman from City of Hope, and I'd like to briefly discuss a very interesting topic, one that's discussed a great deal, but this is a somewhat of a different theme of that topic. Papers entitled Patient-Centered Research Through Artificial Intelligence to Identify Priorities in Cancer Care, published in JAMA Oncology. Obviously, there's nothing new under the sun these days as it relates to the question of AI. Obviously, AI has been discussed extensively in the lay literature, in the technology literature, yeah, in the medical literature in general, and in the oncology literature in particular. And there have been many uses proposed, including very prominently in imaging strategies and helping radiologists, as well as in pathology review, looking at a variety of gene markers, biomarkers, et cetera, et cetera. So this was an interesting study, novel use, I would say, of AI. So the study examined de-identified patient portal messages, obviously to the system, to the doctors, in an effort to develop patient-centered research questions, meaning, okay, patients are asking questions of their doctors, of their healthcare team. AI looked at all these. Again, we're putting a human hat on a technology, but looked at these and said, can we come up with some relevant questions that seem to be relevant to patients that we might pose as a research strategy? So what these investigators did was look at 614,464 messages from 25,549 patients, 10,665 with breast cancer and 14,884 with skin cancer. 3 medical oncologists and 3 dermatologists independently evaluated what the AI came up with in 2 categories. One, meaningfulness. Was it, God, this is a meaningful question, but also for the novelty of the question. Whether it was meaningful or not, was it a novel question? Was it clinically meaningful or not? But it was a novel question. Overall, what these investigators found, that 1/3 of the AI suggested research topics were meaningful and novel. And overall, about 2/3 were novel. Again, obviously not surprising. Some of the questions may have been novel, but they weren't necessarily clinical meaningful. But being more conservative, 1 out of 3. These individuals said these are meaningful and novel questions. And several of the examples listed in the paper, I think, support that conclusion. So just a couple of the examples to emphasize the interest here. So one of the examples was to an interdisciplinary approach. In other words, to study an interdisciplinary approach to manage dental care in breast care, the development and testing of a specialized skin care regimen for patients with breast cancer, study to examine efficacy of preventive dental care protocols for patients with breast cancer, the development and evaluation of a patient-centered digital tool for post-surgical wound care, and finally, of great interest, a longitudinal study on patient anxiety and decision-making in mole surveillance. Again, very provocative. These suggestions came from an AI analysis of patient portal messages. Very interesting approach. I would personally be delighted to see other groups look at this and see what else AI can do in this front, and then consider potentially moving these interesting ideas into the actual research realm to address the questions. And I thank you for your attention.